Good evening. Welcome back. We've now reached the final layer of this system, but before we move forward, let's quickly reconnect the structure. In Module 1, we established clarity. You learned how to examine your thinking, to identify bias, to test logic. You learned how to see. In Module 2, we moved into decision. You learned how to evaluate outcomes, to weigh variables, to model scenarios. You learned how to choose. Now, we move to the part that determines everything, execution. And not just action, systematic action. Before we begin, I want to acknowledge the environment again. This session, like the others, takes place inside the Goods virtual world, in collaboration with Colors, a platform built on precision, on restraint, on delivering only what matters. That same discipline applies here. Because once you can see clearly and choose intelligently, the only thing left is this. Can you execute consistently? Write that down. Clarity without execution is wasted. Decision without execution is irrelevant. So today, we introduce the final layer, Cybernetic Execution, a system where your actions do not just produce outcomes, they improve themselves. First principle, the system over the action. Most people focus on individual effort. They think in terms of tasks. We think in terms of systems. Write this down. If it cannot be repeated, it cannot be improved. Every decision you make must be converted into a process, a structure that can be followed, refined, and scaled. This is where AI becomes operational, not reflective, not analytical, operational. Second principle, the SOP Generator. Once a decision is made, you do not rely on memory. You build a system. You instruct AI to convert your strategy into a step-by-step process. Clear actions, defined sequences, specific conditions. Write this down. If someone else cannot execute your plan, you do not have a system. You have an idea. And ideas do not scale. Systems do. Third principle, feedback loops. Execution without measurement is guesswork. So every system you build must include feedback. What worked? What didn't? What changed? AI allows you to evaluate this in real time. You feed the results back into the system and refine it. Write this down. What gets measured gets improved. Fourth principle, adaptive optimization. Now your system begins to evolve, not based on assumption, but on data. Patterns begin to appear. Efficiency increases. Mistakes decrease. And over time, your system becomes more effective than your original thinking. This is the goal. Write this down. Your first decision should not be your best decision. Your system should make it better. Final principle, the closed loop. This is where everything connects. Clarity, decision, execution. Not as separate steps, but as a continuous cycle. You think, you choose, you act, you measure, you refine, and then you repeat. Write this down. If your system does not improve, it is not a system. It is a habit. Now let's bring this together. In Module 1, you learned how to see clearly. In Module 2, you learned how to choose intelligently. In Module 3, you learned how to build systems that improve over time. This is the Clarity Engine, not a tool, a framework, a way to navigate complexity with structure. So as you move forward, do not ask, what should I do next? Ask, what system do I need to build so this works without me? Because the goal is not effort, the goal is alignment. And when your thinking, your decisions, and your systems align, results are no longer random. They are engineered. You just got the goods from the goods. Welcome to Module 3.